Thank you for welcoming me. Oh god, I can't fucking do it. Thank you for welcoming me onto your fuck. I can't do it. God damn it. Thank you for welcoming me onto your screen. Oh fuck. Okay. I can't do it. Thank you for welcoming me onto your screens or onto your headphones, depending on how you're watching this. I'm Eddie, and this is The Rollback. And today, folks, I'll be talking about another iconic 80s film. This is 80s week after all. And the Prey trailer just dropped, so. Anyway, we'll be reviewing another classic 1980s film, Predator. Fun fact, folks, I had never seen this film in its entirety, not from beginning to end. I had seen bits and pieces here and there. Never sat down to watch the whole thing. I did. And Predator, a.k.a. Slasher in the Jungle, a.k.a. Chris Hansen's worst nightmare? Maybe. So this might be the most macho film in the history of film. This film stars an impressive cast for an action film. I'm going to try to read off all these names. Good luck to me, though. We have Arnold Schwarzenegger playing Major Alan Dutch Shafter. Dutch. You know, he plays Dutch. One of his most iconic films, which is odd because he only played this character once. I'd argue maybe Terminator might be more iconic, but who's to say? We also have Mr. Carl Weathers, a.k.a. Creed, a.k.a. Alan Dillon. He's now a CIA operative, formerly Dutch's BFF in the army. He kind of recruits Dutch into this, loser will die mission, which is a bit crooked, but not. I mean, he works for the CIA, man. What do you expect? We also have one Miss, and I'm going to pronounce this. I'm going to butcher this. Elipida Corillo, playing Anna Koslaves. She's an insurgent. They're kind of sent out to save American soldiers, but maybe kill the insurgents if they have to. She just plays a rebel, but she ends up joining them because the Predator is fucking hunting these people down. We also have one Mr. Bill Duke playing Sergeant Mac Elliott, Blaine's best friend, and a machine gunner, which, good for him. We have Richard Chavez playing George Pancho Ramirez, an explosive expert. And, get this, Jesse the Body Ventura playing Blaine Cooper, heavy gunner, dubbed Old Painless. Funny story about this. Friend of mine, actually. So Jesse the Body Ventura has an iconic line in this where he says, "Ain't got time to bleed." Actually happened to a friend of mine. And he actually said it at the gun range when he cut himself on his Glock. It sliced him. But nonetheless. So this film, the pros, a lot of action and a lot of guns. Predator is an iconic film for a reason. Again, I hate using that word because it is kind of overplayed, but the fact is Predator is iconic for a reason. Some of the reasons include an insane amount of action, a lot of one-liners. Props to them, they're actually on location. They're in the jungle when shooting this film, which is not easy. Props to the director for that. Arnold, I don't know how big of a ransom he charged for this film, but I mean, the dude I'm sure he walked away with a pretty damn good payday. Which again is odd because he never returns to this film series. He only does the one Predator film and that's it. But it was enough to launch a franchise with only one other good film, including the crossovers. I digress. Anyway, so this film, the pros, great action sequences. Well, good action sequences. A lot of one-liners. A lot of cringe, though. Bear that in mind. It's on location. Also, the Predator looks impressive. It just looks intimidating. This Predator, it's funny because in most slasher films, and I'll speak for myself when I say this, slasher films don't always scare me because I feel like I can take on the person. Like when I see Michael Myers in Halloween, yes, he's like 6'6". He's huge. He's a behemoth. But I feel like, okay, with my two fists, I have a chance. At least. Not so much with the Predator, man. Fucking Arnold is getting bodied all over the place. He's getting yeeted here and there. Yes, I use the word yeeted. Shut up. He's getting thrown around. He's getting ragdolled. Getting bitch slapped backhand. The Predator's taking it to him. The only reason Arnold's able to get a win in this one is because he manages to set a smart trap. Which also, some of the best iconic lines, including, "Get to the choppers!" Which, I hope I did that right. And yeah, Predator looks great. Bunch of iconic moments. It makes sense. I understand why it was such a big deal in the 80s. That said, though, there are some cons. Again, it's just a lot of shooting and just a couple of one-liners. Like, if you're looking for a film with a lot of deep, like, background, psychological shit into the characters, Predator is not the film. Predator is the film that you watch to turn off your brain. Because, look, things go boom, people die. Also, I'm realizing it's a very graphic film. Now I think about it, him like just pulling spines and skulls out of people. Again, that's not bad. That's not a con. That's a pro. But again, it's a very simple film with a very simple story. It's a slasher. Will they survive? And that's it. That's the whole story. It's simple, but sometimes that's what you need. It's an iconic 80s film for a reason. And I think maybe part of that has to do with the fact that people growing up in the 80s, this was their big action film, Predator, which it was one of the first big ones to do that. And props to them also, they kind of held back a lot in the lore of Predator. They've added more to it as the years have gone by, which I would say hasn't helped it, but everyone's different. Nonetheless, Predator, I'm going to give it a B. Not as great as Top Gun. Go watch that review. It's also great. Just because I think Top Gun had some more impressive stuff to it. Look, if you like Predator, that's fine. This is just my subjective grade. Subjectively, I'm giving it a B. Yeah, don't fucking massacre me. Or you can try. That's it. That's going to cut it for this episode of The Rollback. Please like and subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. We're always trying to grow this YouTube channel. Also, go listen to our podcast. It's always great, especially when I'm there. Yeah, we appreciate any and all support. Thank you very much. I've been Eddie, and this was The Rollback. I'll see everybody.